Welcome guys. Please subscribe our channel your interest for great videos.
Tony Stark may be the ultimate example of human ingenuity. Gifted with great intellect and a daring spirit, Stark was a billionaire playboy who had it all, using his wealth, garnered from producing innovative weaponry, in pursuit of his own selfish whims. After being taken prisoner by enemy combatants in the Vietnam War, or the Gulf War, in later versions, Stark was forced to use his skills as an engineer and arms designer to build a weapon of mass destruction. Kept alive only by the treatments given to him by his captors after shrapnel lodged near his heart during his capture, Stark had little choice but to obey. That is, until he met Ho Yinsen, his fellow captive, and a brilliant scientist who would be working with him to build the weapon. Under Yinsen's guidance, Stark instead used the materials to build a suit of nearly invincible armor loaded with weapons and, more importantly, a device designed to keep him alive without the assistance of his captors. After Yinsen sacrificed himself to ensure Stark's escape, Stark returned home and began using the armor and his other inventions in pursuit of more noble goals as the invincible Iron Man.
अगर लंबी बात को शॉर्टकट में समझाना हो तो बस यही कहूंगा कि मेरा कवच कोई पहलावा या शौक नहीं था, जिंदगी का एक पड़ाव था। और अब मैं आगे चल पड़ा हूं। आप मेरा घर ले सकते हैं, मेरे सारे पैतरे खिलौने भी, लेकिन एक चीज नहीं बदल सकते, और वो ये कि मैं आयरन मैन हूं।
A family outing to the cinema ended in tragedy for young Bruce Wayne. Walking homeward, Bruce, his father, Thomas, and mother, Martha, accidentally ventured into Gotham City's notorious crime alley and were accosted by a mugger. Not content merely to rob, the wealthy family, the hoodlum, whose identity was never determined, shot Dr. Thomas and Martha Wayne dead before fleeing into the darkness. As he knelt beside his parents' bodies, Bruce swore to avenge them. After the police arrived, Bruce was comforted by Dr. Leslie Tompkins. Dr. Tompkins and Alfred Pennyworth helped arrange matters so that Gotham's social services would not take Bruce into care. In this way, both Dr. Tompkins and Alfred enabled Bruce to realize his dream of becoming a crusader against crime. At age 14, Bruce embarked on a journey that took him to every continent as he sought to learn all the skills he would need to keep his vow. He studied criminology, forensics, and criminal psychology, and learned from manhunters and martial artists, mastering every fighting style. In time, Bruce forged himself into a living weapon to wage war on crime and injustice. On his return to Gotham, Bruce stalked street thugs as a plainclothes vigilante. Beaten by the very people he intended to protect, he barely survived his first night out. As he sat bleeding in his study at Wayne Manor, Bruce knew that he had to first strike fear in the hearts of his foes. Just then, a bat crashed through the study window, giving Bruce the inspiration he needed. Establishing a secret headquarters in the caves beneath his mansion, Bruce became Batman, a dark knight to protect Gotham and its citizens from vice and villainy. Alfred Pennyworth remained his confidant, tending to injuries and offering sage advice, whether requested or not. Batman became an urban legend, a cautionary tale that sent shivers through the city's underworld. Superman is the sole survivor of the planet Krypton. His father, Jor-El, discovered that a nuclear chain reaction was building inside Krypton that would soon shatter the entire world. Jor-El therefore had his unborn son Kal-El removed from the Kryptonian gestation chambers and affixed the life matrix containing Kal-El to an experimental vessel for travel through hyperspace. Jor-El launched the Starcraft toward Earth just before Krypton exploded. Superman was, in effect, born on Earth when the Starcraft landed there. Jonathan and Martha Kent found the infant inside the vessel and brought him to their farm in Smallville, Kansas. Since he appeared entirely human, the Kents assumed that the baby was a victim of a cruel experiment. At this time the baby had no superpowers. The Kents named the infant Clark and raised him as their own son. As Clark grew older, his Kryptonian body began developing superhuman abilities. When Clark was 18, took him to the field where his starcraft still lay hidden and explained how he and Martha had found him. Clark resolved to use his powers from then on only for the good of mankind. After revealing his secret to his childhood friend, Lana Lang, Clark left Smallville to study at Metropolis University. Clark initially used his powers covertly to help people and prevent or thwart disasters. Ultimately, he was forced to use his powers in public to prevent the crash of a NASA spaceplane. Thereafter, he and his foster parents devised a new costumed secret identity he would adopt when using his abilities in public. They called his new persona Superman, the name given him by Lois Lane, a reporter for the Metropolis Daily Planet who had been aboard the spaceplane. Shortly afterward, Clark obtained a job as a reporter for the Daily Planet by turning in his first detailed story about Superman. He currently enjoys a freelance status with the Planet. Diana is the daughter of Queen Hippolyta, the first child born on Paradise Island in the 3,000-year history that the immortal Amazons lived there.
Hera. According to the 1987 relaunch, Greek goddesses made this home for the reincarnated souls of Amazon women murdered by men in prehistory. No men are allowed on the island, but Diana nurses a U.S. Air Force pilot, Steve Trevor, back to health after his plane crashes there. So begins Diana's life in America and her identity as the superhero called Wonder Woman. Creator Marston also invented a key component of the polygraph machine, which may have inspired Wonder Woman's weapon of choice, the Lasso of Truth. Crafted by Hephaestus, the Greek god of smiths and metalworking, the Lasso of Truth forces anyone who comes in contact with it to obey all of Diana's commands and to tell the truth. She also uses the indestructible bracelets given to all Amazon women as her defense, her tiara as a razor-sharp boomerang, and the sandals of Hermes, the Greek messenger god, which allow her to travel at lightning speeds. By turning her accessories into powerful weapons, the comic found a fun way to invert the assumption that a female character might care about her clothes, weaponizing Diana's femininity in a positive way, as she becomes the strong savior of the occasional gentleman in jeopardy, Steve Trevor. She also uses traditionally male weapons like her sword and her shield, the combination creating a balance of masculine and feminine in her fighting. Wonder Woman's superhuman abilities have shifted in nature over the years. Marston first gave her super strength and hand-to-hand combat skill, making her something of a female equivalent to Superman. But starting in the
Do not forget to like, comment and share this video to your superhero lover friends. We will come back soon with new videos and new stories. Please subscribe our channel for upcoming videos. Thank you.